All the Secrets of Area 51 Part 1, Introduction and Origins of Area 51, The Desert of Secrets. In the endless expanse of Nevada, High Desert lies a patch of land that has become synonymous with mystery, secrecy, and speculation. It is known officially by a dry, bureaucratic name Area 51, yet the very mention of it conjures images of alien spacecraft, government cover-ups, and black projects hidden far from public eyes. To the casual observer, it looks like little more than barren land surrounding a dried-up lake bed. But to those who have studied it, worked there, or speculated about its purpose, Area 51 represents something far larger, the intersection of government secrecy, advanced technology, and humanity's fascination with the unknown. The mythology surrounding Area 51 did not appear overnight. Instead, it grew slowly, layered over decades of Cold War secrecy and public curiosity. When a government denies the existence of a place that clearly shows up on satellite images, when mysterious lights streak across the desert sky at night, and when whistleblowers emerge with stories of alien technology, the public imagination naturally fills in the blanks. But before Area 51 became a cultural symbol of extraterrestrial intrigue, it was born of very earthly concerns, the clash between the United States and the Soviet Union, and the desperate race for intelligence that could mean the difference between survival and nuclear annihilation. Groom Lake, choosing a place for secrets. The story begins at Groom Lake, a dry salt flat located about 83 miles northwest of Las Vegas. The lake bed, once filled with water thousands of years ago, had become a vast expanse of hard, flat ground perfect for aircraft to take off and land. To most people, Groom Lake was a desolate wasteland. To engineers and military planners, it was a godsend. In the early 1950s, the United States needed a secluded location to test experimental aircraft away from prying eyes. Groom Lake's remoteness was a major advantage. It was surrounded by mountains, making it easy to control access and shield activities from outside observation. It also sat near the Nevada test site, where nuclear weapons were detonated, an area already heavily restricted. On maps of the test site, the land around Groom Lake was divided into numbered parcels. One of them, purely by chance, was labeled Area 51. That innocuous designation would soon become a symbol of mystery worldwide. The UTA Project, birth of Area 51. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union was intensifying. Both nations were engaged in an arms race, not only in nuclear weapons, but also in intelligence. The Soviet Union was a closed society where military installations and missile silos were hidden. In 1955, the Central Intelligence Agency, working with Lockheed's Advanced Development Division known as Skunk Works, developed Putu. But such a revolutionary aircraft needed a secret place to be tested. A normal airbase would not do, as the U-2's unique design and capabilities cannot be hidden from public view. The CIA scouted several remote locations before settling on Groom Lake. Construction crews rapidly built basic runways, hangars, and housing for workers. To make the assignment sound more appealing, officials nicknamed the site Paradise Ranch. Thus was born what will lay from the very beginning. Secrecy surrounded every aspect of Area 51. Workers were flown in daily from Las Vegas on unmarked aircraft, part of what would become the now famous John A. Airline, whose small fleet of planes. The airspace above Groom Lake was declared restricted. On aviation charts, it appeared as a vast zone labeled simply Dreamland. Any civilian in this culture of secrecy was not just about keeping projects away from Soviet eyes. It was about shielding them from the American public as well. The CIA and the Air Force wanted plausible deniability. The less the world knew, the safer their projects remained. Yet, ironically, the Oxcart and the Blackbird, the UTA project, provided the United States with invaluable intelligence, but its success was short-lived. In May 1960, a UTA piloted by Francis Gary Powers was shot down over the Soviet Union by a surface-to-air missile. The incident caused an international scandal and revealed that the Soviets had developed DEFN. In response, the CIA turned again to Lockheed Skunk Works for something even more advanced. The result was Project Oxcart, W-812 Recco, a Sleekster 71 Black, which still holds records for speed and altitude. Testing these aircraft at Area 51 was essential. The long, flat expanse of Groom Lake provided the runway length needed for high-speed takeoffs and landings. Massive hangars were built to house their unique shapes. Specialized fuel storage facilities were constructed for the exotic JP-7 that powered Two civilians who glimpsed the strange aircraft from a distance. They looked like flying darts, moving at incredible speeds and glowing in the night sky. Unsurprisingly, UFO the stealth revolution by the late 1970s. Advances in radar technology once again threatened American reconnaissance. The United States needed not just speed and altitude, but at Area 51, the most famous of these was the F, and during these years, security at Area 51 tightened even further. Motion sensors, cameras, and armed patrols nicknamed the Camo by enthusiasts once again. The pattern repeated secrecy created security from fact to M. The combination of high-altitude spy planes, experimental aircraft with radical designs, and absolute secrecy created the perfect storm for UFO legends. Pilots flying at night saw glowing shapes in the sky that moved faster than anything they knew. Locals reported strange lights zigzagging over the desert. Some insisted they saw saucer-like objects. The U.S. government offered no explanations. Officially, Area 51 did not exist. And so, into the silence rushed speculation that Groom Lake was not merely a test site for human aircraft, but a storage facility for captured alien spacecraft. That wreckage from Rosses supposed you whether people believed these stories or not. They spread like wildfire. Newspapers, books, and later television programs latched onto the idea. The legend of Area 51 was no longer just about secret airplanes the Huma, while much of the public imagined glamorous spacecraft hidden in desert hangars. The reality for those who worked at Area 51 was often harsh. Test pilots risked their lives pushing experimental jets to their limits. Many died in accidents that could never be publicly aground. Workers also faced danger. In the 1990s, several lawsuits revealed that toxic chemicals used in Experium are by the 1980s and 1990s. Area 51 had crossed into the realm of pop culture. Television shows like The X-Files portrayed it as the epicenter of Independence Day, depicted it as the government's refusal to acknowledge the base only amplified its mystique. It was not until 2013, nearly 6 decades after its founding, that the CIA finally admitted the existence of Area 51 in declassified documents. By that point, the base's mythical status was firmly entrenched in global imagination, a foreshadowing of what's to come. The origins of Area 51 reveal a paradox. On the one hand, it was a very real place, born out of the practical need for secrecy in the Cold War. On the other hand, the very nature of that secrecy created a blank canvas onto which the public projected its wildest theories. Spy planes became UFOs. Experimental jets became alien spacecraft. Silence became proof. As we continue this journey into the secrets of Area 51, we will explore not only the documented history of advanced technologies, but also the conspiracy theories, the whistleblower accounts, and the enduring question of whether alien life really does lurk behind the fences of Groom Lake. For now, what is clear is this: Area 51 was never just a military base. It was and remains a symbol of secrecy, a symbol of power, and a symbol of humanity's quenchable curiosity about what lies beyond the horizon.